Ever wondered where a person's true strength lies? It's not in their muscles, but in their mind. Because when the body says, I can't go on, the mind says, there's still more left in you. Just imagine, if the pain in your life became your greatest ally, if every time you fell, you got back up stronger, who could possibly stop you? This is the story of a person who turned pain into power. Someone who was bullied as a kid, called poor, and seen as weak. But one day, they showed the world, you can't hurt me. Yeah, this isn't a story about a superhero. It's the story of an ordinary person who weaponized their mindset. Someone who turned every fear, every failure, every insult into fuel, to stoke the fire inside them. They say life isn't about being the best. It's about being unstoppable. And that's what this teaches us. When you master your mind, no one can break you. So get ready. Because this isn't just a book summary. It's a mental battle. And today, together, we'll learn how to shatter our limits and build a new version of ourselves, without any excuses. Let's begin the journey of the unbreakable mindset. Chapter 1. Face the truth. Accept your pain. You know what the hardest thing is? Telling yourself the truth. That same truth you see in the mirror every day and ignore. The truth is, life has hurt you, but you've never truly looked at it. Most people hide their life's truth behind a laugh, a social media post, or a fake smile. But when night falls, when everything gets quiet, that voice speaks from within. You're not happy. And that voice shows you your real face. Look, I ran from my pain, too. Because nothing's easier than running from pain. But until you face your internal wounds, you'll never heal. Every fear, every failure, every hurt, if you hide them, they'll fester inside. But if you face them, they'll make you stronger. The truth is, stop running from the pain. Embrace it. Because that's where your real transformation begins. Everyone has pain. Some were teased as a kid. Some were betrayed in love. Some were kicked around by life. But the only difference is, some people get scared of that pain, and some people turn it into fuel. When you look inside and say, yes, I've made mistakes, but now I will change, that's when real change begins. In that moment, your mind wakes up. It calls out to you, no more running. Because growth never comes from a comfort zone. Growth comes when you acknowledge the truth inside you. Let me tell you something. Every person has two versions inside them. One that makes excuses. I didn't have the time. I didn't get the chance. Life was unfair to me. And another that says, okay, what happened, happened. But now I will change it. You have to decide who you're going to be. Life will knock you down, hurt you, and bend you. But every time, it will ask you one question. Do you still have the courage? And if your answer from within is yes, then understand this. Nothing can stop you now. Facing the truth is scary, but that same truth sets you free. When you accept your pain, you gain control over it. And when you're in control, no force in the world can keep you down. Remember, pain is temporary, but the courage to face it stays with you forever. It becomes your internal armor. And one day, when someone tries to hurt you, you'll smile and say, you can't hurt me anymore. Because you're not the person who runs away. You're the person who stands tall, no matter how heavy life gets. You're the person who has turned pain into strength. And that's the first step on the journey where you begin to conquer yourself. Where you start fighting not others, but the fear inside you. Chapter 2. Build a calloused mind. Ever wondered why some people get stronger after every setback, while others break from a small stumble? The difference is simple. Some have toughened their mind, and others have left it weak. Look, life will test you again and again. It will knock you down, make you cry, break you. But every time, you'll have one option. Either run from the pain, or make it your companion. This is the calloused mind, that mental armor that thickens with every blow. When I first reached my limit, a voice inside me said, that's it, no more. But then I asked myself, if I stop now, will I remain the person I was before? And the answer was clear, no. Because the comfort zone never gives you greatness. Building a calloused mind means putting yourself in a little discomfort every day. The kind of discomfort that doesn't break you, but awakens the courage inside you. Every time you face your fear, you're strengthening those internal walls. It's like your hands getting calloused from hard work. It hurts at first, but those calluses make you stronger next time. It's the same with your mind. Every time you fail and get back up. Every time you push forward despite exhaustion. Every time you push your limit a little further, your mind gets calloused. And one day, when the world tries to knock you down again, it won't have the same effect. Because now, you don't fear pain. You recognize it. Pain is no longer your enemy. It's your trainer. Every struggle, every failure, every stumble creates a new version of you. People often ask, how do I become strong? To become strong, you have to repeatedly put yourself in the places you fear. Because fear is where growth hides. Every time you conquer a fear, your internal voice changes from a weak, I can't, to a powerful, I will do it again. A calloused mind means no one can manipulate you emotionally. No one can break you with words because you've won over yourself so many times that the outside world can't reach you inside. But yes, the path isn't easy. You'll have to go through days when everything feels exhausting, when no one understands you, when even your own people say, just give up. But you have to listen to that small voice inside that says, just a little more. That voice is your weapon. Sometimes you'll have to put yourself in pain, just so you can be free from the fear of that pain. When you're 100% exhausted and still give that extra 1%, that's where your character is built. Because in that moment, you're not fighting others. You're fighting your old self. And remember, every time you don't quit, you win. Every time you say, just one more try, your mind is getting calloused. Slowly, you become a person the world cannot shake. Because you're not just tough on the outside. You're tough on the inside. Now, pain can't stop you. It only prepares you. Now, when life knocks you down, you'll smile and say, I've been here before. That is the power of a callous mind. It doesn't make you better than someone else. It makes you better than you were yesterday. And that's the real victory, when you conquer yourself. Chapter 3. Take souls. Turn pain into power. Has anyone ever made you feel like you're nothing? That you're weak? That you don't have what it takes? That you'll lose? Yeah, it's happened to everyone. And honestly, that's the moment the real fight begins. When someone tries to belittle you, when someone tries to set limits for you, you have two paths. Either believe their words and break, or use them as fuel and do something so big they're embarrassed by their own words. This is what it means to take souls. Look, life is never fair. People will underestimate you. They'll talk behind your back. They'll laugh in your face. But your reply shouldn't be shouted. Your reply will be your results. When the world wants to keep you down, that's when you have to rise. And rise so high their eyes have to look down. Sometimes the pain is so deep you feel like breaking down. But that's where your test begins. That moment when everything is against you. Energy gone, hope gone, support gone. And yet, you move forward. Because you don't have anything to prove to anyone anymore. You have to prove it to yourself. Taking souls isn't about revenge. It's about transforming your pain into power. When people think, he can't do this anymore, that's when you complete the task with a smile. When they're waiting for you to lose, you turn that loss into a win. They don't understand your silence, but that silence becomes your loudest voice. When the world is against you, the fire inside you becomes your weapon. Every insult, every failure, every rejection is a chance for you, another chance to prove yourself. And when you learn to channel that energy, nothing can stop you. Pain can bring you down if you let it control you. But that same pain can make you soar if you give it direction. Because pain is energy, and energy never dies. It just changes form. So make it your power. When someone doubts you, remember it. When someone rejects you, remember it. When someone tells you you'll never amount to anything, etch it in your mind. Then store that energy inside you. Put it into every step, every breath, every effort. And one day, when you reach your goal, you won't need to say a thing. Your results will speak for themselves. Remember, the most dangerous person in life is the one who isn't afraid of pain. Because when your fear dies, you become invincible. And when your pain becomes your weapon, you become a legend. Let every insult be answered by your performance. Every doubt be answered by your persistence. Every rejection be answered by your eyes. So next time someone underestimates you, smile inside, because they're giving you the fuel you need. Turn their every word into energy. And when you cross the finish line, look back and say softly, "You took your piece, but I took your soul." Because now you're not the person who gives up. You're the person who has made pain their identity. You're the person who can turn every insult into inspiration. And when you reach this level, no one can stop you. Chapter 4. Stay hard. No excuses, no comfort zone. Ever felt like life is constantly pushing you back? You try, you work hard, but circumstances are always against you. Yeah, that's the moment most people quit, because they're used to living in the comfort zone. But the truth is, the comfort zone is a beautiful trap. It looks easy from the outside, but it slowly kills you from within. Every time you postpone your dreams for tomorrow, you sink deeper into that trap. And one day, the voice inside you dies. Staying hard means keeping that voice alive. That voice that says, "Keep going." That voice that whispers, "I'm not done yet." After every pain, every exhaustion, every fear. Look, no strong person was ever made on an easy path. Behind every one of them is a story of sleepless nights, failures, rejections, and endless grind. But the only difference is they didn't make excuses. They took action. Your mind will always try to save you. It will say, "Don't get up today, rest. Don't run today, the weather's bad. Let it go, we'll start tomorrow." But if you keep listening to that voice, your life will always be average. Staying hard means defeating that comforting voice every single day. When you feel like resting, push harder. When your body says, "No more," take one more step. Because that's where your growth zone begins. Every time you cross your limit, you leave your old self behind. That version that made excuses, that was scared, that gave up easily. Now, you become the person who turns every obstacle into an opportunity. Ask yourself, who am I when no one is watching? Because real discipline shows up when you're alone. When no one is motivating you, when no one is clapping, when no one appreciates you. If you still work hard, then you are staying hard. Every day, two versions stand before you. One that wants comfort, and another that wants greatness. And every time, your choice decides who you become. Staying hard doesn't mean becoming a robot, killing your feelings. It means not becoming a slave to your emotions. Feel the tiredness. Feel the fear. But move forward despite it. Because when you move forward despite everything, that's when you become unbeatable. People think success comes from some secret formula. No, success comes from discipline, from repetition, from the habit of doing the boring work over and over, whether you feel like it or not. That's what sets you apart. The day everyone is sleeping and you're working on your dream, that's when your separation begins. That's when you become different from the average. Everyone in life wants to be tough, but no one wants to do the tough work. Everyone wants the result. No one wants the process. Staying hard means loving that process. Embracing every pain, every cold morning, every failure. Because that's what builds character. When the world tells you to quit, your answer should be, "I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done." Because that's the difference between a winner and a loser. A loser stops when they get tired. A winner stops when the goal is complete. Staying hard means recognizing your weaknesses every single time and then shattering them. Fighting yourself every day. Winning over yourself every day. And when you build this habit, no one can stop you. Because you're no longer an average person. You're now the person who can stand tall in any situation. Who can smile through the pain. Who, even after losing, steps back onto the field the next day. Chapter 5. Failure is fuel. Learn. Adapt. Repeat. Has there ever been a time when you gave your all and still lost? That moment when you break down, when everything seems over, when you feel like you just can't go on. Yes, that moment. That's where the real journey begins. Look, the world's biggest lie is that failure is bad. But the truth is, failure is the fire in which greatness is forged. Behind every win, every success, are hundreds of falls, stumbles, and get-back UPS. Think about it. When a child learns to walk, do they walk without falling? No. They fall repeatedly. They cry. They get up. They fall again. But if they stopped after that first fall, would they ever walk? Absolutely not. And the same lesson applies to life. Learn to accept failure. Because it's not your enemy. It's your teacher. Every time you fail, you get a new lesson. It tells you where you went wrong, where you were lacking, and how to fix it. But if you run from that failure, you'll keep repeating the same mistake. When I was going through my worst times, one thing became clear. Failure doesn't define you, it refines you. Every loss brings out the hidden strength inside you. Because when everything goes wrong, you have to rebuild yourself. And that's where you meet your real version. The real purpose of failure isn't to break you. It wants to teach you where your limits end and how to go beyond them. Every loss has a hidden opportunity, if you can find it. When people fail, they start blaming luck, other people, circumstances. But the truth is, until you take responsibility for your failure, you won't gain control. And when you accept it as your mistake, you gain the power to change it. Falling and getting back up, that's the cycle of growth. You will fall, learn, adapt, and then repeat. And this process never ends because perfection isn't a destination. It's a lifelong journey. Failure only becomes a failure when you stop trying. Put your hand on your heart and think, what were your biggest mistakes? Now feel that pain, because that will drive you. That is your fuel. When people remind you that you lost, smile and think, yes, but I learned. Every failure makes you a little more humble, a little wiser, and a whole lot stronger. And one day, when you win, that victory won't be ordinary, because you will have endured every pain for it. Remember, every time you fail, the universe asks you, do you still have the courage? And if your answer is yes, then no power can stop you. Make failure your fuel. Turn it into the fire inside you. Because every time you fall and get back up, you leave your old self behind. You evolve, you mature, and you become unstoppable. And when people ask you, how did you become so strong? Tell them, because I broke over and over, but I rebuilt myself better every time. Chapter 6. Be uncommon amongst the uncommon. In life, everyone wants to be strong, successful, powerful. But very few understand what it means to be uncommon. Because being strong is easy as long as the people around you are weak. But being uncommon means standing out even among people who are already extraordinary. When you start, you're only competing against average people. But as you grow, your competition changes. Now, you're around people who are working as hard as you, sacrificing like you. And that's where the real game begins. Because now it's not a fight for survival, but for identity. Being uncommon amongst the uncommon means showing consistency at a level where others stop. When others say, this is enough, you say, not yet, there's more left. When others celebrate, you practice. When others seek comfort, you find direction even in discomfort. You have to understand that greatness is never found in a crowd. Greatness is found in solitude, in that quiet place where no one is with you, where you have to listen to the voice inside you, that voice that repeatedly says, keep going. There's still a long way to go. A time will come when everyone around you will be hardworking, disciplined, focused. But even then, you will look different. Because inside you, there won't just be discipline, there will be obsession. And that difference is what makes you uncommon amongst the uncommon. I've learned in my life that rising above average is easy. But making yourself stand out among the extraordinary, that's real toughness. When you reach that level, you have to fight yourself every day. You have to challenge yourself every day. Question yourself every day. Am I better than I was yesterday? And when your answer is yes, that's when you're winning. Being uncommon doesn't mean being perfect. It means the refusal to settle. It means no matter how high you climb, you always feel inside, I can do more. That hunger should never die. People think uncommon people are born. But the truth is, uncommon people are made. Through struggle, failure, discipline, and endless repetition. Every time you move forward in exhaustion. Every time you face your fear. every time you sacrifice your comfort, you are building the uncommon version inside you. To be uncommon amongst the uncommon, you have to do what no one else wants to do. Those mornings when no one wakes up, you have to wake up. Those nights when everyone is sleeping, you have to work. Those moments when everyone gives up, you have to smile and say, let's go again. Just think, if you fully awaken the potential inside you, if you become the person who thinks beyond their limits, then who can stop you? No one. Because then you become your own standard. Your competition isn't anyone else. It's your old self. And that is the ultimate goal. Not to defeat anyone, not to look better than anyone, just to win over yourself every single day. Remember, being uncommon isn't about arrogance. It's about excellence. That excellence that shines in the small, daily tasks. That excellence that makes you work even when no one is watching. That excellence that says, I don't do this to impress anyone. I do this because this is who I am. When you acquire this level of mindset, the world starts to notice you. Because an energy emanates from you that inspires, motivates, and changes people. So if you're ever asked, do you want to be different? Reply, no. I want to be uncommon amongst the uncommon. Because that's the path that leads from ordinary to extraordinary. Conclusion. Life will break you again and again in different ways. Sometimes through pain, sometimes through people, and sometimes through your own fears. But the real question isn't what life does to you. The real question is, what do you do in response? A battle is raging inside every person. On one side, fear, doubt, laziness, and excuses. On the other, courage, hard work, and that stubbornness that says, I will not stop. The day you choose that stubbornness is the day you become invincible. Because this world will test you repeatedly. It will knock you down, make you cry, and expose every weak part of you. But when you learn to control your mind, when you have the courage to recognize your limits and still go beyond them, then no pain, no fear, no person can break you. Remember, you are not what your past says you are. You are the one who gets back up every time they fall. The person who says, yes, it hurts, but I'm still here. The person who is afraid, but moves forward anyway. The person who smiles after a loss because they know this is just the beginning. If you learn to tell yourself the truth, if you toughen your mind, if you turn pain into fuel, if you ditch excuses and turn every day into action, and if you remain uncommon even among average people, then you won't just survive. You will dominate. At every turn in life, just remember one thing. Never allow anyone to break you. Because no one can hurt you unless you allow them to. Your past, your failures, your scars, this is your armor. This is your identity. So next time someone tells you you can't do it, smile and say quietly, maybe you can't, but I can. Because you are the person who has defeated their own limits. The one who has befriended pain. The one who knows how to win even after falling. So friends, that was our book summary for today. How did you like it? Let us know in the comments. And thank you for listening all the way to the end. If you enjoy our free summaries, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Listen book, what I need to check in this. Thank you.